Hey, everybody. Welcome to our Wednesday Wellness Health Chat. Robin and Kim back again. And we're excited to talk about, because it is Women's History Month, we are focusing on women and more modern women at this point. But we're going to talk about stress today. And we just went through a bunch of stress trying to make this happen because we were having a lot of technological issues. So anyway, and I know, we just got to take a deep breath, right? So I want to talk about, and last week I talked about with my friend, our friend Lori was on last week, which helped. And we had a great conversation about belly fat, but I want to kind of continue the conversation. We're going to be talking about different ways that stress affects us as women, especially. And women who are under high stress or chronic stress can get a condition called stress belly. And again, it's where fat goes to our middle and you're like, what the heck happened? And cortisol is what is our stress hormone. So when we have high cortisol levels, there's a condition called abdominal obesity, if you will. So that's what, when we have high stress levels, that's what we can tend to get is the abdominal obesity. So it doesn't sound fun or pretty, but there are ways we can deal with that and get those cortisol levels lowered. It's super important to get those levels lowered and even keel to have homeostasis in our bodies and not have stress belly. So we're going to talk about several ways we can do that. And Robin, I know you want to speak on this topic as well.
Well, I feel like I can't see you very well. I am living proof of what Kim just said because, and I'm going to get a little personal. I don't like to get real personal on here, but I think it helps people to be able to relate.
Right.
Since September, I've been under just a teeny bit of stress. We moved and I was just talking to Greg today, like we had no idea. We were going to rent for like a year and just kind of take our time and find something that we liked. And then I started to freak out because I didn't want to rent. And we ended up buying a condo. Well, we weren't really condo ready, we didn't think, but it's all turned out great now. But from September on, that move, and the move was horrendous, and my hip went really out. It went bad. So I've been on a cane off and on since September, walking on a cane. I haven't been able to work out the way that I typically do. And let me tell you about that cortisol. That belly fat stress, terrible. I have rectified my problem with my hip, which is amazing. And I feel like a huge black cloud has been lifted off of me. I seriously, and Kim even noticed it. She's like, "You're not yourself." And I'm like, "No, I'm not myself." I was like pretty depressed there for a little while because of the pain from my hip. So my experience with this, and it does, because my belly fat is there, and I was eating all the same, no different. So I knew that it was something weird that was happening. But for me, what I would like to tell people and to say is get to the root of where your stress is coming from. Get to the root of your issue, find resources to help you. Whether, like mine was pain, and so I rectified the pain. I got rid of that pain. And it was pretty drastic, but I got rid of it and I'm happy and I feel so much better now. And I'm like back to my normal self. Another good way is to, surround yourself with like-minded people and people who are positive. Like Kim is a great person for me to have in my life, right? She makes everything better. We laugh all the time,
Yeah.
Also, setting boundaries. Like women, I feel like as a culture, women feel like the more we do, the better we are. And that's not the case. The less you do, the better you are. You need to set boundaries for yourself. I don't know if you feel that way, Kim, or not, but
absolutely.
yeah.
We do. And it's like, it's easy to get overwhelmed and thinking we have to do all the things and be all the things.
Right.
And
right.
when we're not taking, and then we're not taking care of ourselves because we're trying to do everything else. And then we come in last, basically. So
yeah. Busy is not better. Busy is not a badge of honor, people.
No.
I mean, and I feel like a lot of people feel like, oh, the more I do, the better I am. But it's not true, because you do got to take care, and don't compare yourself. I feel like some
Mhm.
people feel like, oh, she's doing this over here and she's got all these kids and she's volunteering over here and she works and oh, she's amazing. Don't compare yourself. What one person can do, maybe another person can't do. And you don't have to do all of that.
And
Um,
you don't
mhm,
know what's going on in the background there. You don't know what's going on
exactly.
in behind the scenes, so to speak. So
Exactly.
could be a hot mess
Exactly.
for us, like all of us.
Yes, exactly. And I feel like a big thing for me always, and I've made a big change with this, is my to-do lists. Like my
Mm,
to-do lists were always like huge, and I never check marked them off, and they were always like hovering over me. So I don't do those anymore. What I do is I set out and I say, okay, what do I want to accomplish tomorrow? I put that maybe on my calendar and give myself maybe one or two achievable and doable things,
mhm.
rather than, and I do have long-term goals, but I know that it's going to take little bits of time to get everything done. And that'll make you like the stress leave you too, because you don't have to do
Yep.
everything all at once, Rob and Andy's. I mean, that was totally
No,
me.
I
It's
agree.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, and it's very, very stressful. So also too, meditation will help. I
Mhm.
found that to be very helpful for me. And I like guided meditations. I do the Unplug app, and they have some really good meditations on there for whatever you're feeling. Podcasts are good if you don't have a good friend to talk to, like I do with Kim. Um, and yoga, that's a good thing. Just taking time for yourself, bubble baths. I mean, massages, do whatever feels good for you to relieve your stress. Can you think of anything else? And I also am going to put, I'm sorry, a little
Oh, good.
from Mayo Clinic. I'm going to put a link. It's a really good article on stress in women. So I'm going to put that in the comments here of
Good.
our.
Yeah. No, I love everything you've said, Robin. And I would add the nutrition component, because what you eat really affects how you think and how you feel, just besides how you look. And
Yep.
our getting back to gut health, because that's like what we should all be focusing on anyway. Um, our gut, we and I understand this so much better now, that depression, sadness can come from the state of our gut health. So eating whole foods, I mean, not eating the junk food and the CRAP out there that's everywhere, fake food.
Yep. Yep.
Really focusing on whole foods and foods that are not going to inflame your body. And gluten and dairy are known as inflammatory. The conventional gluten and dairy today are known as inflammatory, as well as sugar. Sugar is one of the biggest things. I know
Yeah.
we talk about that quite a bit, because it's important, because most Americans are sugar addicted. So
And alcohol.
I was going to say that alcohol is
No,
another
it's good,
one.
because you know what? We're gonna see, because I can't have any alcohol, for 6 weeks.
Hmm.
No wine for Robin for 6 weeks. So I'm interested I'm interested to see how my body, how it feels
Mhm.
better or different. But like Kim, you've said before too, in different stories that you've done and on some of the other chats that we've done, about how food affects the look of your skin, your hair. And so naturally, it's going to affect your stressors as well.
Well,
I
and
mean, it only makes sense.
right, and alcohol is actually metabolized as sugar, so
Yeah.
you're just mainlining
Yeah.
sugar basically when you drink alcohol.
Yeah.
I'm not an alcohol drinker, so I never, that's not an issue for me. So and happily so. I don't like the taste of it. So that's just me. But I think it's really important. I have so many friends, or I should say several friends in my age group, that have come to me with issues, and they're big alcohol drinkers.
Yeah.
And that's one thing they either choose, it's a choice. They choose not to give
Well,
it up.
and two, it is a depressant. So it will not make your stress better, even though you
Right.
think it does. And listen, I'm the choir. I'm preaching to the choir, because I do like my red wine and whatever, but in excess it could it is not helpful.
And exactly what you said, that people say, oh, I need a drink.
Yeah.
After a stressful day, I need a drink to unwind.
Yeah.
Well, really, it's not really serving you.
In that article that I'm going to share, it talks about alcohol, and it doesn't say abuse um, or ism. It says misuse, and I liked that
Mm.
word. So misuse,
Okay.
using it to, oh, I've had a rough day or whatever. I mean, and I think it's fine to drink alcohol socially, and you have your friends and you have fun. And if you like alcohol, I don't think that's an issue as long as you don't maybe do it every night. So,
Yeah. Well, yeah,
all right. Well, we're definitely over our time,
I
but
know. I'm sorry. We
yeah,
usually,
we just have so many good things to tell you guys.
I know. And we finally made it happen. So
Yes, we
now
did.
we're
So,
now our stress has been reduced. So
yes,
this
it
is
has.
good.
All
But thank you
right.
for listening, and we'll see you guys next week.
All right. See you later. Have a good
All right.
day.
Bye-bye.